Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Another day of the Astro Gravitational Report. Pay attention because the timing for the report is going to be changed soon. Things is going to be moving properly because you're going to get the report earlier, not as usual time. So, what's happening here? What's happening into the world? What's happening in you? Right? All this, as the moon is transiting into Taurus, is going to be what? Questions in your mind. It is about what you understand. And your understandings creates a belief system. That belief system, it's tested out. And when you see a certain things, in there, you either copy it, either adopt it, either accept it, either doing some reflections or deny or rejections, however is in your case. Now, as the moon, yesterday she was empowering Venus, she empowering the sun. Now she's going to be empowering who? It's powering Mars. And here it's that masculine energies is to find the faith and the courage. Because at the end of the day, the moon is going to be joining Uranus. That is a oppositions of Mercury, of Lilith, and Venus. Why is that? Well, if you have a proper communications, if you have something that you hide from within, if you had distort informations about love and values in there, now you understand that you are standing against yourself, but not only against yourself, you stand it against what? The universe. Since the moon is going to be joining Uranus, Uranus is bringing the energy from the universe to us. That's what he represents, the universe energies. With his antennas, brings the energy down to the circle, right? The circle, it's the earth, right? If you look at it, the circle represents actually the sun. But what is the sun in there? So the sun is the authority. But authority of what? You see, a lot of the people don't realize it without the sun. I even said that before. Without the sun, there is no what? Life. So the sun is the authority of life. And as the sun is in Gemini, we are going to be talking about this philosophy, right? This energy of the philosophy there is in there. But what is a philosophy? Okay? The philosophy is a spiritual psychology. Let's that little bit sink in. Okay? In the books, it says the first there was the word and so on, and you listen the words, you listen communications, and now the moon is triggering all this. And there. Hi, Luis. Thank you for coming in. So this is what today is going to be pretty much it. It's going to be some very good learning, very good energies that we are going to have. We're going to see this divine energy as they're going to be coming in, particularly with the moon. Over the time, over the day, that energy is going to be increased. Okay. Because we have the moon that it's at 17 degrees and we have a Mars at 20. So over the time, this energy is going to be increased. The inner work in the morning, it's still at Virgo. That inner work, it's 27 degrees. We're going to see it how little by little is going to be changing. We are going to be going to what? The next one is going to be at Libra. Okay, so in the next few days, we're going to be having that change. But today, I say the moon is going to be joining Uranus. We are going to be looking at what? Tomorrow is going to be the full moon. And now, you're going to be questioning the authority of life. And with that energy, particularly, we're going to see lots of negative communications, talks, socializing. You will be like to withdraw. You don't want to communicate. There's a people who really gonna be going nuts if you ask me about it, because this energy tomorrow is gonna be crazy. But more about, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. All right, so today at 7 o'clock, the energy is going to be again focused within Venus. It is about this love and value again that it's coming. What are you telling to yourself? As I was saying in there, it is about this authority of love that you have within you. And now you're looking at for this materializations in Taurus, and all of a sudden it's like something is not okay, something is not right, something needs to be fixed. And you find it where? In the opposite side of Scorpio. So we had that Scorpio season, was very kind of like crazy, but in a good way. In a good way. So as the sun is rising, we're going to see that the sun is going to be squaring the North Node in there, and we're going to see it tomorrow that the moon is going to be square the knots. Here is a skip step. So be mindful about this, because what you're going to be going into today is to prepare yourself. Just because you don't see something, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because you don't see that in there, you need to understand when you go through the curved road into the mountains, you don't see the whole road. But when you walk into the road, it shows it up. So this is going to be some challenges for some people. Particularly, we're talking about the next hour. This is going to be at 9 o'clock. The inner work is going to be at Scorpio. We're going to see that intensity as the moon. It's going very close to Uranus. How all of a sudden you're beginning to realize, oh my God, I was standing against myself, but I also stand against the universe, what was represented to me. Now I have to look in there. Because when you commit to the universe, you're like, you commit something to yourself, you also commit to the universe, right? So the universe supports you. So now, since you failed you, but you also failed the universe. So some of the people is going to be going into this, and they're wondering what happened, what it was this, and it's all about, and so on. And the universe is going to be what? Holding you accountable. And that's what Uranus right now is going to make some changes. Okay? For some, change is going to be good. For some, change is going to be what? Bad, right? But the lesson is going to be learned. All right, 11 o'clock, we're going to have the inner work is going to be tied up to Lilith, the main one, which is she is opposing Uranus. They're talking about the 28 degrees of Scorpio facing the 28 degrees of Taurus. And as the moon is going to come in there, the moon is going to be like, oh, now I get it. Now I saw the secret. Now I see the things. Now I see the reflections. And here is when you're going to be seeing your own shadow, okay, without oppositions. Ascendant is going to be with Pluto, very, very powerful energy, but that is right now, it is opposing Jupiter. Pluto is like, have you been grown properly? Have you been grown in the right positions? Go to Jupiter. Jupiter is retrograde. He sends us back. Reevaluate what happens in family. And with this energy as squaring Chiron, things are coming in related to what? To the inner child. So things could be a lot of hectic. I mean, this is gonna be for a while, so don't get over thinking about that. But following the logic of the progress. I didn't get this, I didn't understand that because I wasn't learned. Okay, now I have to learn it. Boom. All right. Okay, 12 o'clock. This is the authority. The authority, it's 12 o'clock where the sun and the inner work are coming in together. We're going to see this energy of squaring the knots. Right now, you don't believe in life. You know, some of the people could be feel like, yeah, what is this, and so on and so on. What's going to happen when you lose faith? You need to talk differently. You need to pray, right? So here is what we are going to be seeing at these energies of. We are talking about this spiritual psychology in there. That's what the philosophy is. So you see this when you pray, you asking for certain things, you asking for a certain things that coming into you because you understand that where you've been. So you're looking at for where you are going. Okay, so I mean, usually the universe by the law of attractions, the way it works, you gotta be mindful what you're what wishing for. All right. Well, Saturn is going to hold you accountable because in the next hour at 1 o'clock, Saturn is going to come in the ascendant. He's the karmic ruler. He's like, okay, you did the good deeds. Here is the good stuff. You did the bad things. Here is the bad things. You need to learn, my friend. And Saturn is going to be squaring the inner work within Sag in there, but he is trining Venus and Mercury. And he's like, don't worry about it. You can learn. Just because right now your intuition doesn't like the communications or the hidden things or the shadow they came out on the surface or your wrong understanding about values and love, that doesn't mean nothing. You can learn. I can give you the wisdom. So those energies that are going to be changed, we're going to see that the ascendant is going to be passing through Chiron, and at 2 o'clock we're going to see the inner work is going to be at Capricorn. All of a sudden you're facing this energy of work, particularly work. Well, what kind of work? For some of the people, this could be what? Be in the service of others. Okay, so this could be a lots of energy that it's coming in, because that energy of the inner work, there's going to be some kind of like only one aspect from the inner work, and that's going to be towards what? Towards the North Node. So what happens to you when you lost everything? Belief and so on and so on. You believe in what? Into the divine, because there is no other option. It's kind of like you go into a street with that end and you can't go back. So the only thing that you have to go and look and ask is up. And this is why the destiny is written in the stars. Just because you are born at certain zodiac sign, you need to understand that 30 years after, your chart is changing. You're going to be learning the next zodiac sign. So wherever you're born, if you're born Aries, right now you're going to be dealing, if you're 30, you're going to be dealing with Taurus. If you're in your 60s, you're going to be dealing with what? With Gemini, with the communications. So during a lifetime, in an average, you can learn 2 to 3 different zodiac signs. And every time you change, certain people is not going to like it because they want you to be this particular energy in there. All right, well, the intensity is going to be increased since you guys are here. Hi, PCFB. Thank you for coming in. So here is how the energy is going to be intensified. This is going to be at 3 o'clock. We're going to be preparing for this energy. And here is how you're going to be finding that this particular energy has been talking about to you today. Okay, here is the Mercury, Lilith, and Venus. And here how is the moon, ascendant, and Uranus are coming in together. This is when you start finding things. But the synchronizations is going to be telling you there is an exit in there as long as you learn. As long as you learn. Okay? So here is that beautiful kite that it's made, right? And that energy is here on the receiving end. But there is also an angel wings as you see it, right? So the synchronizations is going to be working properly, but it's going to be require what? Spiritual psychology. That's what it's going to require. All right. At 4 o'clock, we're going to see that the inner work is going to be crossing by Pluto and is going to be at Aquarius. It is about innovations. Yes, beautiful. I mean, this is a reinnovating yourself, particularly with the people who are like me. Here with the moon at Aquarius, you guys know what's happening, right? Your energy of you develop something new that doesn't exist. It makes you excited, okay? And that's what it is. You're creating something new, okay? You're developing something new. You created the future, right? You're not waiting for certain things because you're asking for certain things. No, you're here to do what? Creating, because this is an opposition of what? Of Leo. Leo, it's I create my authority of life. So pay attention where the Leo is. On the other side of Aquarius, I create with others in life, with universe. So this is going to be some very interesting moments, because in the next hour we're going to see a lot of challenges. What are the challenges are? Well, that the energy, if you particularly have something in the end of Aquarius, we are talking about around the 20th till the 30th degree, expecting a lot of things to happen, expecting a lot of pressure, agitations, aggravations, missing things, trying to skip things, and so on. Because that energy of the inner work is going to be squaring Mercury, Lilith, it's going to be squaring Venus, it's going to be squaring the moon and Uranus. So now it's kind of like putting gasoline into the fire. That's going to lead to what? Where we can see it like in a way of certain revolutions, but those revolutions, they are having no purpose. Because the fire is already there, the creations is already there. Why you have to put more into it? So you have to learn that, particularly at that hour, we're talking about 5 p.m., please remain calm. And if someone is agitated, let him be with himself. Let them deal with the things by themselves. 6 o'clock, the energy is going to be very good. That's going to come in with the inner work. It's going to be with the North Node, okay? That's going to be trining with the ascendant. Yes, it is square at the sun, but you have to look. You are your own authority. What are you going to be telling to your authority when you lose hope, dreams, faith, and so on? Right? That is the purpose of the philosophy. That's what the lesson is. All right. 7 o'clock, we're going to see the ascendant is going to be with Jupiter. Very beautiful energy, because the inner work is going to be between Saturn and Neptune. Very, very beautiful. Lots of karmic learning. Lots about understanding about karma and so on and so on. But things are going what? Forward. Because Saturn is going to start picking up the speed after being retrograde. So now all of a sudden the limitations going to be removed more and more and more and more. But Saturn's going to say, think about it before new beginning, what you have to end. So some of the people may be going to feel like they need to finish karmic lessons now. You may going to feel like pressure because the new things are waiting for you. Okay, you're feeling it, you're understanding certain things, but you cannot pinpoint it, right? Because some of the stuff of the karmic situations, you have to be first what? Understood. Okay, all right. 8 o'clock, we're going to see the inner work of Aries is going to be with the ascendant is going to be at Leo opposing Pluto. Here is that I develop myself and I developing with the others where the transformations is needed. I develop for myself. I built my own house. I am having on my own things and so on and so on, typical Leo stuff, okay? But that energy of Leo is going to be a very beautiful energy with the sun, because it's like, okay, I did this, I did that, so on and so on. You got to give the credit. Good. Credit is good. The thing is, with the inner work in there, have you done the thought process in there? Have you got into that energy that you are gonna be what? Self-inspire, okay? Self-starter, all right? So take a look what you have in Sag, all right? Some of the people, they have Neptune in Sag, all right? Those born around the 70s, you understand what I'm talking about, okay? All right. 9 o'clock. This is going to be the ascendant. It's still going to be at Leo, but this time it's going to be trining the Sun and Mars in there, but it's going to be squaring Mercury. Be mindful a little bit about communications. Okay, the inner work is going to be squaring Pluto, which is you don't want to change. And Pluto says like, I am going to send you to someone. I'm going to be telling you how you need to learn why you don't want to change. So with that energy around 10 o'clock, you're going to be feeling the intensity, and the intensity is going to be rising up very much. Okay, as the ascendant, it still is going to be at least, you'll see this hot red energies as the moon and Uranus, they're coming in together, and here is the oppositions down below. This is going to be the fourth house. So be mindful what you do at home, because for some of the people, this could be agitations with what? In home. So don't do anything crazy, because at 11 o'clock, that energy is going to be really, really packing up its force. Okay? That energy, because the inner work is going to be matching Uranus and the moon. Okay, now you will find out that certain things about communications, values, and love were the one sabotaging yourself. By understanding this, okay, by understanding that energy, you also understand where you have to be evolve within you. You have to be truthful, you have to be love from within yourself. The real love from within yourself, the real communications. Let the shadows to comes out, and let the universe do the rest. Okay? All right? So that's what it was, the astrogravitational report. Pay attention to that 11 o'clock energy, because that is going to be some really, right here. Okay? Right in here. So with that being said, I'm going to be giving you some of the energy for 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, we are going to be seeing it that the moon is going to be crossing to a Gemini. In that positions, she's going to be start right there to really to cause that oppositions, and we're going to be seeing it again, that problem of unresolved things tomorrow. This is going to be some directly energies towards Venus. As you see it at 7 o'clock in the morning, we are going to be seeing it, this red light. So you're waking up, you see what's coming is the energy, but here where you are, right in the descendant. So you got to be very mindful what you're doing about or thinking about relationships. All right, guys, but more about that we're going to be talking about tomorrow. All right, guys, so thank you so much for the watching. Thank you for the click, like, share, subscribes. Thank you for the comments here at the live chat, and looking forward for your comments on the video below. Much love, good luck to all of us. I know it's some of the things are hard, but it's all about us. we to do the right thing, be an example for the rest. Much love. See you tomorrow.